Testing, testing. Have me online? Does not have me online. Oh, there we go. Testing, testing. Okay, so we're cutting the all that nonsense. So hello. If you tuned in at all to my earlier broadcast, I was very unlucky with the attack dog that decided to just destroy me. So we're going to try and not die to that again. So I'm just... There we go. So here comes default loading. So, so George did not last very long. He died almost instantly, actually. There was a really terrible incident with a large dog. That he killed any number of rolats and giant cockroaches fine. But the dog, it was a one-hit KO. So that was, I'm mostly disappointed in myself. So much so that I had to go and put the game down and not play it for a while. Because I was just so annoyed with myself.
War never.
Is that still... Yeah. Sorry, just checking to make sure that everything's still working.
You think?
Absolutely. Now get ready and...
So with the depth of George, we're going to keep swapping it up back and forth. So our last person was a dude, so we're going to be playing as a lady this time. So George, we were playing with kind of stock face. I like this face kind of out of the presets. I don't think I really want to spend... I don't think it's great TV to spend hours... Okay, I'm lying. There's whole crews that have done nothing but, I'm looking at you, Monster Garage, made a career out of messing with that. But yeah, so we're gonna go with this. We're not going to mess it up too much. We're gonna change the hair for fun time.
Did you color your hair?
No. But I'm glad you noticed that I got it cut. I am going to change it, though, because, as everyone knows, redheads do have more fun. And, of course, we never skip leg day. Not ever skip leg day. But yeah, so we're going to try to keep it up. This time, I am looking forward to not dying immediately to a dog. That's a little hot, Codsworth. McDonald's had a lawsuit about that.
Thanks, Codsworth.
Thank you.
Grognak the Barbarian and the General...
Of the Bat Babies. I always read that as Bat Babes. If you kind of look at it, though, yeah, so I thought it was Grognot and the Temple of the Bat Babes, which is absolutely incorrect. There's tiny bat-winged children. which is a bit... I don't know if that's more or less creepy. Codsworth? How are you going to attend to it?
I know we were nervous at first, but I'm glad we got Codsworth.
Of course you are. You never do any work around the house, Nate. I have to clean everything to keep it clean around here. Ooh, apparently, whoever our solo survivor is, she's a little sassy. I'm gonna stick with sassiness. Oh, that's interesting. So, if you play as the dude, then the lady is still... She goes and she's at the bathroom for quite a while after you're done. But Nate here, he seems just fine.
It's that salesman again. I don't know why he keeps bothering you.
He keeps bothering me because it's his job. The tech calling. Yeah, so for those of you just tuning in, the mods that we're playing with today, we're playing with a couple spring cleaning, which is going to let me clean up this joint. Atomic Radio, which is just a funsy radio station, and Tales from the Wasteland, which adds a little bit of like random events. So I've played a lot of Fallout 4. So I like having the little bit of extra randomness available. That's the utmost emergency, I assure you. Well.
I'm here now.
Yeah, that just screams sarcasm. Yeah. So we learned last time that 3 endurance is not enough. Alright, so we need names. We need a name. What's... I've been pre-selected. So this is your fault, Nate. Why are they talking to me when you...
Sounds great.
Oh, it is. Believe you me. Now, you're already
cleared for entrance in the unforeseen event of total anomic annihilation. Yeah, but you're not, which is gonna warm the cockles of my heart.
The apocalypse? Well, hell, sign me up.
I do miss having actual conversation options from Fallout 3 and New Vegas. But, you know, I do enjoy the gameplay of this quite a bit better. So, names. Lady Jane? No, we've already... Alright, so let's not steal from other streams. Jennifer? No. Here, we'll go with Cathy. Cathy the Destroyer. Can we actually put that in? Yes. The is my middle name. There we go. So Cathy... Let's see, how strong is she going... I guess that's... Okay. So we need at least like a 5 endurance, as we learned last time. Otherwise, we're going to die in a hurry. So yeah, so like we have the all 4s. I love luck. I want luck, lucky things to happen to me. Alright. You know what? We hate ourselves. We hate ourselves so much. We are going to continue with Endurance 3. I know we said we weren't going to. I know that failed us before. But this time it's all going to be different. We swear. And you're just as beautiful as the day we met you.
Good answer.
I have my moments. Good old US of A.
Sean has been changed, but he
How? Codsworth, how was Sean changed? I want to know how you changed Sean. So, we're just going to do a quick check over on stream. We are, in fact, streaming. Like nobody's watching.
I'll be there in a second to help, okay?
Do 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 do. God, I can't wait till I get the radio.
My boy isn't.
I'm going to be singing along to the radio.
Fixed that mobile on his crib the other day. Why don't you give it a
Because I love the songs. Do 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 do.
just like his dad.
Well, most of the time.
Most of the time. Anyway. Listen, after breakfast, I was thinking
Ooh.
go to the park for a bit. Weather should hold up.
Oh, right. The park. With you. Because I want to get pregnant again.
That's right, fellow viewers. Sean here
What's wrong?
is the result of some outdoor hanky-panky. This man here, he enjoys long walks on the beach for any number of reasons.
Followed by
Flashes, blinding flashes, sounds of explosions. We're trying to get confirmation. Oh no.
Lost contact with
What
our
did he
filling
say?
stations.
You should get your ears checked out. There's nukes.
We do have coming in.
We need to go. We need to go. Take our umbrella. We can't take the umbrella.
It's in New York and Pennsylvania. My God.
Alright. So how much... no, I don't. I need to sit down for a second. No, I need to run. Well, thanks for waiting for me.
Residents of Sanctuary
I
Hill,
s-
if you are registered, evacuate Vault 111 immediately.
Running, 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 running. You're going to die. You are all going to die. Very shortly. Thank you for letting me know. Voltech. You're about to take a bunch of bullets to the face.
We need to get in.
And we're on the list.
Infant, adult male,
Adult female.
female. Okay, go ahead.
Thank you.
Good luck, sir.
Ah, don't you guys all feel like schmucks for not talking to Voltech? The smuckiest schmucks. Just checking on picture. Alright. Ba-ba-ba-da. So the longer I stay out here, the more those people get to live. Luckily enough, I've hated my neighbors for years. So right here, I think they really missed an opportunity for this fellow in the white to... so the Vault-Tec thumbs up is not actually thumbs up. What the Pip-Boy, or whatever his name is doing, so you're supposed to use one eye and look, and if your thumb covers the mushroom cloud, then you don't need to evacuate in the case of a nuke. If your thumb is not covering the mushroom cloud, you're probably going to die. So yeah, well, I mean, you're supposed to run and hide, and you're in the secondary nuclear, but yeah, there used to be like old nuclear response cards about the chances on that. So I unfortunately forgot to pay attention to the names of the people outside, but later in the game you can run into them again. They're all ghoulified, and they're just outside Diamond City. It's the only place you really run into a bunch of ghouls with names. Doo-doo. Thank you.
What now?
Just follow the doctor here. He'll show you where to go.
All right, you three. Follow me. It's gone. Our home.
Everything.
Hey there.
And father down in D.C.
We've lost everything.
Oh God, honey.
Oh, God.
What if they didn't make it?
I know this is a difficult time.
It's a good Just checking everyone.
Oh,
off the
we'll
list
be
as they
going
come
over
in.
all that.
Fashionable is always comfortable.
Just prepared for the items we have to get through first.
Do 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 do.
Follow me. Just step in here and put your vault suit on.
And you're lying to me about the decontamination pod. So I talked about this a bit in the first playthrough that I was doing there.
Before we head deeper in the
But like an idiot, I forgot to save it. So I'm just a total chump today. But there really should be an additional pod for Sean. Like no matter how improbable actually freezing people is, freezing two people at the same time is almost impossible. Like, more of a challenge, right? Like, so Sean has thinner skin. He's gonna freeze faster. He's cooler. Like, babies are cooler than regular people. Oh no, I'm professing my ignorance to the stream. But yes, but I believe babies are cooler than regular people. So, like, all the so really, if you need the temperature to freeze Nate over there, the baby, Sean, should just be a popsicle. He's a popsicle by the time... Oh no, I've gone Walker. He's a popsicle by the time that everybody else is frozen. Which is uncomfortable for the way the plot works in this. I'm going to talk about it a little bit later, when we actually start getting there. Assuming we survive to there. Because we have that fever of being killed by a dog once. But... Oh! That's not very nice. Have the backup. That's not a very nice way to talk about me. Nope. Accidentally close the stream. For a second. There we go. Ooh. Ba 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 ba. I cannot wait to get that sweet radio back. We're streaming like nobody's watching. Yes, currently nobody is. In a little bit, someone might be watching. Oh, there we go. There we go. Just needed to have it open so that I could actually see what was going on. And unfortunately, it automatically freezes when I mess around with the different tabs. So Fallout 4 is going to be the main game that I'm going to be streaming. The goal here is to actually survive the Wasteland until we get all the way through everything with our new Cathy the Destroyer.
I'll find who did this.
Don't you worry,
And I'll get Sean back.
Nate. We will avenge you. So Cathy is very upset right now. She's trying to get it together. She wants to know what's going on, why all these other people are dead, and all these other people are really dead. We can come over here and we learn that there was everyone is dead. Everyone is dead because of the system got shut off and then they couldn't get out of their pods, so they suffocated to death, which is even worse than just dying in your sleep. But the waking up and not... Can I not take a wrench? No. Ooh. That's a giant roach. Roaches are the worst. And I'm not talking about you, Nevada. Although, for anyone who's interested, that's really funny going on in Nevada right now, where, so they're selling weed, legally, but they're not allowed to transport it, so they're having a huge shortage because, like, there's warehouse companies that have the weed, and there's other companies which are selling the weed, but they're not allowed to take it from the warehouse to the place where they need to sell it without a permit. And the only people allowed to have permits are the people who already transport alcohol. And it was something like last Wednesday was the first day that they actually had somebody who had a company. Had a company that was allowed to. And I think right now there's only one company that's allowed to move around their weed. So they're having a huge problem with giant roaches, as in there's not enough of them for them. So that was your real-world news of the day. I'm 3Dog! No, I'm not. I'm 11spoons. Your voice in the darkness. Hear and obey. Fallout 3 was so good. Fallout 4 is still pretty decent. I feel that the story is the weakest. Something that you will have already heard from anyone who's played Fallout games. But, like, it's the weakest. But I didn't say it wasn't fun. Like, it's a lot of fun, otherwise I wouldn't still be playing it. Like, I've pretty much done everything I've ever wanted to do in New Vegas. Well, so I'm probably never going to pick that up again, just because of how much I've already played it. Make sure we don't die. I hear not dying is choice. It's number one, as it would be. We have to open the door. There's lots of notes about how everything is terrible. We don't really care. We knew everything was terrible. I did not mean to sit on the bench. We don't want to sit on the bench. Oh, that's right, I don't have my inventory yet, so I can't set up what my favorited items are.
Nice.
Yeah, they fixed the, this. You used to be able to get dog meat to fetch it, but you cannot anymore. Ah. That's how I get my gun. Take these bobby pins and some money. Wham. Bam. Thank you, officer. 50 points to anyone who knows what I'm quoting there. And if your answers are in, that was Blue Streak, starring Martin Lawrence. Really underrated movie where he steals... he is a thief who steals a giant diamond and loses it when he gets arrested. But he's hid it in a construction site. And then unfortunately, his construction site, when he is out, is revealed to be a police headquarters. And then, so he has to pretend to be a police officer to get his millions of dollars that he gets from the diamond. And then, along the way, he learns the value of hard work and true love. I might just be shitting with you about those last two. But because he doesn't even know the rules to play by the rules, he, of course, is the best cop they've ever had. Wonder what happened to Martin Lawrence. Did he go to jail for something? It's almost like I had the internet and could find it out. But I don't really care enough to. Alright, so yes, so one of my mods is this atomic radio that I'm going to be listening to. It is more fun than the regular radio, because it's just got full of, like, old ads. Like, old world ads in character, and they're all properly voiced and stuff like that. Where does this go? Oh, I'm just backtracking. I don't even know. Come for the quality Twitch streaming of me just getting lost in the opening section. Alright. So, yeah, my favorite songs in this are actually the new ones. So I'm a little annoyed that I can't listen to those from the start. Whatever her name is from the third rail in Good Neighbor. So she sings some actual songs, but you can't listen to them on the radio until you've gone to Good Neighbor and met her. Again, please let me know if I'm wrong about that. In which case, then just it's random the percentage that they show up. But as far as I know, that you can't get them without. We're going to be hoarding again! Because we're going to die in a hurry. Like idiots. Yes, we make no promises here about whether or not we're going to die. But we do let you know that you will be at least mildly entertained. Because we don't want to sell it too high. You poor schmucks. You poor schmucks. I'm so sorry that all of you had to die. Here, in the Capital Wasteland. Alright, so last playthrough, I spent a lot of time cleaning up Sanctuary. Like, a lot of time. I'm a little annoyed at myself actually now at how much time I spent. So I'm gonna skip over these conversations a little bit. Because I hate Codsworth. Like, I don't hate him, but I don't want this British butler. Have you seen Sean? No. No, you haven't. Like, at least recognize that it's been a few years since we've seen each other.
Codsworth, you're active.
Oh, okay, so he is going to give me some dinner. Well, Codsworth, did you try putting new floors in? Alright, so we're going to stop skipping through it just in case people actually haven't seen this before. Oops. Did you listen to it, Codsworth? This is a very important question. Did you listen to it? What's on it?
What's on it?
I believe it's a private message.
Oh, okay. That's good. I'm glad you didn't play it, Codsworth, because otherwise I'd have to put you in the basement. And by basement, I mean 6 feet underground. Yes, why don't we have a basement? Like I know American homes, and American homes pretty much come standard with basements. Here, let's switch over and use some bond.
Probably should have given your family some warning. Given them time to prepare for your homecoming.
Why? I thought they might like it to surprise them.
Really, that's not a good idea.
Now you're acting strange. Why should I call them first? What's going on?
Follow me.
Sorry, I'm trying to
So I won't.
trying to listen to the radio. Because these ads are hilarious. Where... Yes, we do, Codsworth. We're gonna make it happen!
What are you doing here? Why did you call?
Does a man need a reason to come back home?
Well, no, not usually. But after the drugs and the mental institution, we thought...
What drugs?
They're really gone, aren't they?
I've been in Costa Rica.
Oh, Connie, your doctor said you might have delusions.
Come on, Codsworth.
I
I like these people.
Sure. Right next to Arizona somewhere.
I'm afraid not.
Calling me a liar. Where's Dad? He'll tell you.
Connie, you don't remember? You murdered your father right in this very room. And we've been trying to cover it up ever since.
What?
Oh my God. Is that what caused me to lose my mind?
Well, no. You were actually dealing with it quite well. But then you started making advances at Sam.
What's wrong with that? Sam's a good-looking man.
Sam's a girl. And your sister. And she's been dead for 7 years.
Was it me? Did I kill her? Did that put me over the edge?
That or the pills or that weird coke you took. Look, the point is, it's really awkward when you come home and I have to explain this to you every time. If you called, I could have made up some story. Like Dad and Sammy went out fishing.
He went fishing. He didn't even invite me. Could kill him. Same old story in Springfield. Everything's just how I remember.
Okay. So yeah, so I have like I said, I'm listening to some new radio stuff, and it's pretty hilarious actually. Like that little skit. All right, so we're gonna immediately make our same mistakes that we made last time of accidentally forget to not scrap everything for hours and then immediately die in a VOD in the garage. Yes, he's a 60-minute man. It's 15 minutes for kissing. Oh, please don't stop. Bop, bop, bop. 2 minutes, please. 2 minutes, going top. And rolling, oh my God, 60-minute man, 60-minute man, rolling, loving, dead, rockin', rolling, all night long. It's a 60-minute man. Like Codsworth, if you were taking care of the neighborhood, you're fired. Like, this is part of the reason why I don't like him. Just like, so this is his job, is to clean up this absolute garbage, and he just hasn't. Like, how lazy do you have to be to not clean up everything? Alright. So we're going to try... So we've got things mostly started to get cleaned up. And I almost always forget to come and grab the special book. And
In class, it's not so bad. But when school's out and the others leave to enjoy themselves, well, if you're what they call a shy guy, that's
so we need a rifle, like, almost immediately.
left out and lonely. Now, you could try working on your social skills and developing the traits necessary to function in an increasingly communal society. But why do that? You can just purchase Robco's new Soulmate series of animatronic robots. Each machine is specially designed to stimulate real human contact, responding to commands varying from "Do you love me?" to "Does Robco's warranty extend to damage caused by passionate lovemaking?"
I see.
The answer to both is a resounding maybe. So try Robco's Soulmate series of animatronic robots today and never feel lonely again.
Except when your robot, when you ask your robot if it loves you and you tell it, it tells you maybe. Like, I would feel pretty lonely if that happened.
It's a horror movie 1,000 times more terrifying than anything you've ever seen. High on hormones, deliriously full of drugs. These are on a rage of rampage you won't believe. That's who you
So yeah, so because no one is actually watching, I'm feeling like I should just kind of scrap things. So if you are watching this, please feel free to skip forward a bit. Because until somebody else logs in, I'm just going to spend... I love making Sanctuary nice and clean and sorted. So... I mean, I'm kind of apologizing a little bit for that, because I like...
Will Danny and Marge survive this invasion? Will they divert teenage Summer from falling in love with her reckless alien captors? Find out in this one-of-a-kind motion picture event, Teenagers from Outer Space.
60-minute man, London, rockin'. Yeah, so I know there's a rifle somewhere in here that I can pick up, but I don't remember where it is. And that's not great. Some of these ads are pretty aggressive. What? Alright, that was aggressive. Ba-da-da-da, do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. What? The concrete. That way I can build my walls. Those precious, precious concrete walls. To prevent the communists from stealing my precious bodily fluids. Yes, you didn't know that communists would go to any cause to steal our precious, precious bodily fluids. But yet, there it is. There it is. It's all laid out. Their secret plan. Their secret plot, as it were. You didn't even know that communists really wanted our bodily fluids. Neither did they. That's how secret of a plan it was. Bye. For you. It's easy to get. You're in love, and I'm so in love. Nothing to do. I'm gonna stream like nope. God, I don't know. Sorry guys, I don't know why Penny Arcade's excellent t-shirt is stuck in my head. Well, I kind of do. It's because nobody is on the stream. And so I'm just talking to myself. And if I reference it, the fact that I'm just playing a game and talking to myself, then it doesn't sound as crazy. Okay, maybe it does. Maybe it's exactly as crazy. And I'm about to die. Where are you, Rad Roach? I'm coming to get ya! There's one over here. I'm coming to get ya! Coming to get ya! No. We're having a good time, having a good time.
We're on there from Bristol to Beantown. This is Atomic Radio.
Tonight we bring you a special report of a new thriving industry in Detroit. With me now is correspondent
Detroit doesn't have thriving industries.
4 weeks in the inner city for this story. Correct.
Yes, I did.
And what's your conclusion? Have the taxes on handguns had any effect when it comes to the situation on the ground?
None whatsoever. While increased costs have resulted in less gun purchases overall, and Capital Republican citizens of Detroit have taken matters into their own hands.
What's the setup here?
It's one local business that says a pipe.
Amazing! And it's built entirely from parts found in your local hardware store.
That's correct.
That's really strange.
So, normally we just scrap that, but we do want the experience. So that's why we're going to...
Recycling old parts seems like it would be good for the environment as well. The next time I throw in appliance, I can rest easier, knowing it might find a second life as a murder weapon.
That's exactly right.
Okay, so we're going to steal it,
Almost guaranteed.
and then scrap it to get the steel away.
As a firearms company, it's refreshing to see that even with the increased costs and barriers to gun ownership, nature finds a way.
Fantastic! I'm afraid that's all the time we have for this evening, but I want to thank Sam Harris for their special investment in the book. Tune in tomorrow for our monthly series on flying cars.
Hey, Orange Apprentice! Thanks for joining me today.
To Americans at home and abroad.
How are you today? Sorry if you have been watching for a couple of minutes, and I did not notice that you were in chat. Let me just... Yeah, so I'm, currently for those of us just joining, I'm just kind of cleaning up Sanctuary Hills here. Oh, thank you. Yeah, so we're doing a permadeath run here, This is the second permadeath that we've tried today. Because, like an idiot, a very angry dog murdered me because I was not fast enough with the... Oh, he's... with the VATS mode. Yes, it was very embarrassing, actually. Ooh, this is not the house that was full of drugs that I was looking for. And... I know where the rest of the bobby pins are. They are inside my safe there. So how are you today, Orange Apprentice? Or do you prefer orange? Let's disarm that bomb. So if I remember correctly, so 1, none, 1, let's find out. No, okay, so it's the A. The A is right. Okay, so the A is right. So now we're gonna find the one that lets me reset. There we go. Alright, so we have an A in the second. All these pretty much are just like 1, 1, 1, 1.
And now a message from our sponsors.
Does your wife complain of
So it can't be that.
or fatigue during that
Alright.
menstrual time? Well, the problem isn't with her.
I'm doing alright.
She's unhappy with your
The room that I'm currently playing in is about 6,000 degrees. So it's a little warm. But I don't have air conditioning, so that's pretty much my only option. Well, let's try this.
200% but twice the virility of any other brand. With just one
Tree is maybe?
love
Okay.
you'll have your Mrs. Q.
So it can't be prop.
Remember, men, that's W.A. Chesterfield's magic
There we
lifetime elixir.
So we just want the experience for that, because that doesn't get us into the safe.
Hubris Comics presents the old days, the Vacoma. 5 days in the Port Stenographer, earning a month
Doo-doo.
but by night, she's the master
So do you play Orange Apprentice? Do you play Fallout 4? I
I'm just a lowly stenographer. By the way, I've bought you a gift for your birthday. A gold watch.
Why, thank you. Although I think your engraver got it wrong. The initials say R.
Of course, it stands for Righteous Richter. Richter means judge in German.
I didn't know that. Are your ancestors German?
Sure, whatever. What do you say about this phantom?
Well, they say she's a master thief and a skilled impersonator.
and apparently also a prostitute, according to the.
They say the real target are the crown jewels, which arrive from London.
Yeah. So it that's depending entirely on your internet. I'm streaming at Like, I'm streaming pretty high quality, and yeah, it should, so it'll lag a little bit. It might be, I think if you have like some kind of ad block installed, that might also be, but I'm not sure. I am brand new to Twitch as well. But here, okay, so I'll, here, let me just take a look and see if I can reduce that lag at all. I'm gonna just pull up my settings here. It looks like I am doing everything that I can without actually like exiting out and stop doing things right now. So if it is not great, then I will try and tweak those settings after before my next stream. Because I don't want lag if I can prevent it. So yeah, so I might pull down the image quality because I'm streaming at pretty high quality, and instead just let it for a better viewing experience. So we're trying to find all of the safes. I should know where they are, given how much of Fallout I've played, but I don't remember, and thus, I've been known, but I've been told the man knows worth more than gold. I just want to keep them radium fever has been missing now. Radium fever all around. Powder in my hair. That radium fever is gonna cut me down. Yeah, so I need to grab basically all these houses worth of stuff to attempt to not immediately die. I did already immediately die, so we're gonna not do that. Fever soon got me down. Uranium fever is through the town. I think if you're just getting into it now, I definitely think it's worth $30. I've gotten several hundred hours worth of playthrough out of it. If you've played any of the other Fallouts, so this is the one that's got the weakest story out of the modern Fallouts, which is Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, and Fallout 4. If you're playing it on PS4, you're not going to be able to. So I've got a couple mods open, one of which allows me to. So you see all this like patches of grass, and like the stuff that's on the road. I feel that if I'm moving into a community, I want it to be clean. And you know, if I was coming out of the stasis, I'm going to try and not spoil things for you then. But if I was coming out of the stasis, I would want the place that I was living to at least not have like weeds coming up in the road. But in stock in stock Fallout 4, you can't really do that. There's a spot coming up where like part of the thing that breaks immersion for me is how dirty everything is here. Like there's a spot coming up where there's just south of here there's a store, and there's just a dead skeleton there, and I just don't understand why, like in character, the universe would, like the people that are running the store would not clean that up. Like I personally would prefer to not have a dead body in my like 10 feet from where I'm working constantly, reminding me of how close I am to death. But I might just be weird, like, in the universe that they've set up. So if you are just getting into it, there's a couple things I'll show you then that are here in Sanctuary, which is like the starting town, that might interest you, because they're easy to miss. Just make sure. Drugs. Please tell me. Good, I have at least one bobby pin. So, starting off, you can't make the structures that you use to craft with. So, it's very important that the workbenches you don't accidentally scrap, because you can't make them again until you take a perk that allows you to. I like moving everything, just because it makes it easier for me to find. Otherwise you have to, like, kind of go all over. If you store all your stuff in the workshop, then you automatically have access to them as you, like, go to craft and stuff like that. This one here, which is how you make drugs, is pretty easy for people to miss, because it's hidden, like, way behind. But yeah, bringing it back to, like, whether or not it's worth $30, I would say it's worth $30. Then, okay, so what, oh yeah, so the other things you can easy miss, so I'm playing on survival mode, which means that I can't fast travel, and I can't save whenever I want, and also I need to eat and drink, and healing myself is slower, and basically the game is just generally harder. So yeah, so when you come out here, you come up onto the house, there's a bag that's full of goodies, and behind that same house, there's this lovely root cellar in the basement that is full of treats. Delicious, delicious treats, like food and water and papers and just a bunch of gold. Gold isn't really useful for... Well, you can use it for trading, but I prefer to use it to, like, sell. Sorry, not to trade, for items. Alright, so we're not... So I only have one bobby pin right now, so I'm gonna try to not mess that up and not be able to open things again, which would be a little silly. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Ba-da-da.
Ice latte.
Tim Hortons' new
there
iced
we go.
latte is so perfectly uncomplicated, that's all you have to say.
Please.
Okay, you can add a please. Handcrafted with freshly ground premium espresso beans and 100% Canadian milk served over ice. Try our new perfectly uncomplicated iced latte.
Bobby pin right now, so I'm gonna try to not mess that up and not be able to open things again. Alright, so I know there's, sorry, I have both been going silent there, I was just messing with my settings. So I know there's more bobby pins available somewhere around here. So I'm going to try... there we go. Sorry, still working on my Twitch settings, and accidentally will continue to double my audio, which... I bet is really confusing to listen to. Well, that should be good. So what can we build here? So we have pistol. We're not going to carry our ammo. So I'm playing survival mode, so ammo is heavy, which is bad because I don't want to carry more than I need. Okay, so we're going to put our wedding rings away, as we don't really trust them. We want to keep them safe. Keep them secret, keep them safe. Yes, got them. Got them. Right, and the last thing we want to move over is... there's a food thing here that we can carry. I do not have a YouTube yet. Like I said, this is my first video. Today is the first day that I have been streaming anything. But I will have one in the next couple, I've set it up so that after this video finishes, it's gonna stream to YouTube. And then I'm also going to be using YouTube because I run role-playing D&D games, and I'm going to be putting those together and releasing those after. So the first one is going to be coming up this Tuesday, and then I figure it's going to take a couple of weeks, or like a week, to finish all the editing, because I want to get it down and, you know, cut out all the tabletop. If you ever play tabletop role-playing games, there's a lot of table talk and people just generally mouthing around and having fun, which is great and fun at the time, but not so great to listen to. So I'm going to be editing it and cutting it down before I actually post it online. But then I'll have some YouTube content, which should be fun. Oh, I need some leather. I had some leather, but I don't know what happened to it. And through to me, you think of me. So yeah, so what I forgot to do last time was to actually make my gun before I started making Funsy stuff, which is really terrible because you need a good gun. In fact, one could say that it's the most important thing, is a decent firearm. So I did not take any ammo out. The only thing you need more than a gun is some ammunition for it. Alright. So really I don't have any leather at all. So we're going to...
Like 10 years later, after the birth of your first child. And this is what it looks like 20 years later, when you and your partner are going through a messy divorce.
So we're going to make a bed.
It's almost guaranteed, provided you're an atheist. Marriage is built on faith.
Yeah, so if you can hear my radio, you're hearing some pretty odd and interesting ads. So you're not going to get those on if you're playing on PlayStation, because I have a modded radio station available.
Visit your local church or synagogue this weekend.
Mostly because I've heard everything multiple times that the regular radio has, and I want to still be surprised. So I'm going to make myself less thirsty here, pump some water, and then I'm going to take a nap to save, which is not going to matter, because if I die, then it doesn't matter if I saved, because of the way we're playing. But we're going to wait for morning. We're going to start out bright in the morning and have some exploration going on. if you do have a PlayStation 4, I do not, but I believe the free game on PS4 right now is one called Until Dawn, and I've been watching some people play through that, and it looks fantastically fun. I would definitely pick up Until Dawn off the free PlayStation Network or whatever it's called. So we're gonna store all our junk away. We don't want to carry our stuff. And we need to ditch weight because we want to carry as little as possible. But we're going to take some drugs, because who doesn't love drugs? Remember, kids, drugs are bad. Except here, where they're going to save your life. What can we make? Make some jet? What can we make jet from? Yeah, we're going to make some jet. We're going to make some drugs. Because otherwise, I'm going to die. A lot. Alright, so we don't have any bones for that, so we can't make a lot of drugs. What kind of food can we make? Because we get hungry. Yes, we do. Making it bake. Ooh, making it shake. Oh, we don't have any bottles left, so we can't. Alright, so we have all the weapon that we need. Oh, yes. I'm just not sure if, like, if you're not playing it modded. Oh, that's what I was talking about. And I wouldn't mod it too heavily for, like, your first playthrough through. At least I wouldn't, like, mod anything that, like, messes with how things are balanced. Alright. So, we're going to be polite and toss this guy in the river. And then from clipping, he's going to come back every time we walk through here. And every time we're going to put him in the river. Because it's just the polite thing to do.
But what does radiation have to do with electronics?
You'll just have to read the caution label for that. Let's just say, the next time you need an X-ray...
This is sweet, sweet doggo. Hello, doggo. You're a beautiful doggo. Beautiful doggo. Now, doggo. Kill. That's right. We're going to immediately run into some... What did you find, boy? You find a stim pack? Well, I found that first, so that's not really... You're not really a good boy for finding that.
We have our life insurance policies. It's not an endowment, but Don't talk like that. I'd be lost without you.
So, at some point, some terrible giant rats are going to attack here. And that's going to be bad. So, I hate you, mole rats.
Did you hear what happened up in Redwood 7 years ago? The entire town...
Yeah, you can mod the laser musket a couple of times. You can... No, I am planning on doing a playthrough. So this is going to be a permadeath, so as soon as I die, I'm done and have to start over. Yeah, you can mod the laser musket. It's not that great of a weapon, unfortunately. It's really good to like give them to your followers, because they only need to hold one piece of ammo, and then they can just continue to shoot. But I don't find them really that useful for like carrying around in your day-to-day. So from here I'm going to grab all the stuff that was really valuable out of just... oh, sorry. Alright, take all. So I'm carrying too much now, so I'm going to have to... I'm not going very far, but... so as soon as I get back to Sanctuary over here, I'm going to go and start doing the main quest. So I'm going to go see Preston and Sanctuary Hills, and you'll be able to see the laser musket in action there, as well as the first set of power armor, which is pretty fun. I really think I'm going to die to that Deathclaw, who is not a friend. He is... I repeat, not shaped like a friend. So that's worrying. But how much over encumbered am I? Oh, I'm only a little bit. All right. So what do we not care about? Without a ring. Let's get rid of. There you go. There, we're not over encumbered then. Let's still roam around. We're in the place. We're gonna run down. And around the world, it's a wanderer. So one mod that I would recommend is one that I'm running where you actually get to see what you would say. Normally, they just have... it's a little dumb. They have just kind of like suggestions about like roughly what you're saying, and that does not always correspond as tightly as you think it would to what you actually are going to say. Alright, so we don't care about those. Likes to roam around. Also, if you're playing survival mode, stim packs are terrible. Because they make you dehydrated, and basically everything bad happens. Okay, so we're all good to go now. We're full of chips and vinegar, and we're gonna go for it. Hey, I see we've got a few more people watching us, and hello. So we're about an hour and a half into the stream here. For those of you just joining us, please say hello if you'd care to chat, and if you don't want to chat, please feel free to just continue watching. So we are running Permadeath Survival Mode. We've got a couple of mods that we're running. Spring cleaning, which lets us clean up like all the extra garbage. So like, for example, if I want to make this place look not terrible, I can scrap the stuff that's growing over and actually make it look like a settlement that people are living in. And then new radio station and a little bit more just random encountering people quests stuff. So we're going to try and sneak up on this guy here. And we're quickly showing off that I'm not that great of a shot. But that's why we have that. That's that lovely equalizer. Alright, so we need hub flower for our drugs. And some things that people don't really notice, or at least I've seen people not notice. So in this first house here on the right, there's a good melee weapon, the baseball bat. And also some lovely drugs. And because I like my puppy, I'm going to give him a little bandana so he can be the loneliest hobo. Oh. Gotta get those skills up if we're gonna have other people watching. One place. We go from town to town. Alright, so yeah, so we're moving in on Concord now, and this is where I expect that I'm going to die. But because I don't have a long-range weapon. But we're gonna take some drugs just in case. Because we really don't want to die. As you know, and generally I hear people don't want to die. We're going to try some long-range snipes, because that seems much better than fighting with people who are super close, who have shotguns. That seems like a good way to die. Let's get back under cover. No worries. Yeah, like, apparently I can't hit a dime, but, yeah, so, we're gonna try to get a little greedy here. We're gonna try and take his armor. Let's sneak out here. So if you're playing it on normal, the game is a lot easier. Any of the normal ways that you're playing it. I would not recommend survival mode for your first playthrough, especially given that there's no like extra achievements at all for playing survival mode. Alright, so where I can hear this guy that's yelling at me. But I don't know where he is. Which, as you can imagine, when the guy who is looking for you has a gun and is planning on shooting you to death. There he is. Yes, when he is planning on shooting you to death, that is not great situation. Hello. So Preston here is known as the most hated man in Fallout 4 because he will endlessly give you fetch quests. But I don't mind him that much, actually. He's a friendly fellow, and he does really just want to help. They've also decrease the amount that he asks you for help since the start. So I've just picked up the laser musket here, and I'm just going to grab some stuff from these other fellows that I killed. Oh yeah, also this is a Bethesda game, so walls don't matter if this is your first Bethesda game. If not, if you've played Skyrim, you already know all of the bugs and problems you're going to be facing. And pretty much everyone has played Skyrim. If you haven't played Skyrim, then go play Skyrim. It's really great, and at this time should be super cheap.
You sure are good at shooting. I haven't seen you miss the bullseye once.
Oh, Ted, I'm not normally this good. I just happen to be on my period.
Your period? What's that?
Yeah, so this is what the laser musket looks like. You have to hand crank it to reload, and you can crank it. The stock one you can crank up to 2 times, and it does twice as much damage. And the later ones, so if you upgrade it, you can crank it more times. But each time you have to reload it after you fire it. So it'll... So I see this guy here. And we're going to try and waste him. So we have a 50% chance of hitting him here. So, of course we miss. And now he's all exposed. But as you see, it is not very effective at all. So much so that I am in a hurry going to switch back to my pistol. Because that way I can actually hit people that I'm aiming at.
Periods aren't just about being good at sports. There's pros and cons, like giving birth.
I'm sorry, Molly. Here I thought this was playing those candy games. Now I know.
Here, I'm going to take some drugs. Because drugs are performance enhancing. Just ask anyone in sports. I'm afraid that I've scared off the other 2 people who came by to watch for a little bit. Sorry that this wasn't to your jam. I bet you were. Whoa! Alright, so this person has a shotgun, which means that I am dead in a hurry if I do not do that. Yeah, so some people think that it's cheating to use VATS, or that chat VATS makes it too easy. In this case, I don't really care because I don't want to die. Alright, so we're not ever really going to use melee weapons. Yeah, so if you're playing not on survival mode, also you have a way higher carrying capacity. That's survival mode makes everything the hardest. Alright, so I'm at no damage reduction. So I'm going to put some goggles on. Some armor to at least give us a little bit, and then we're going to start putting some armor on over it. So this armor is terrible to begin with, but I look a little here. Oh, it won't let me take a look at my. Okay. It won't let me take a look at myself right now because we're in combat. But if so I'm a little bit more stylish now, wearing some armor, and hopefully less going to die. Yeah, so I heal real slow. Yes, that's right. We have the laser musket, and we're moving through a museum to the Revolutionary War. Can anyone see the parallels? Anyone? I'll take American history. for 50 cents, Trebek. Yeah, not the subtlest about where we're pulling our illusions from. Was that a sniper rifle? Please tell me that was a sniper rifle. That was a pipe sniper rifle, which is not nearly as good. In fact, one could say it's useless. Well, that's because I imagine there's not very many people searching Fallout 4 at the moment. But I will take your compliments and thank you for them, because I appreciate. Yeah, so just as a heads up, I'm probably going to be playing for another 45 minutes or so, and then so I'm in Canada Mountain Time, so it's currently 10:15 where I am, so I'm going to be playing till about 11. All right, so for the if you haven't seen the hacking at all, or you weren't by when I was hacking earlier, oh, is that okay? So I unfortunately backed out of that. Because I got spooked by something that was happening in the room with me, and I thought it was somebody sneaking up on me to attack me. So basically, you have to match the letters. So I don't have any letters likeness there. So basically, it's just like Mastermind is the board game that's like that. So I know that. So shots can't be a word that the password is, because the S would match up. But shock was a terrible first choice. And what you can do is you can look for, so they'll be all bracketed together. Basically, when you highlight things that are bracketed more than once, they'll either remove your duds or reset your tries, which is why a lot of people like make 3 guesses and then start looking for these. Okay, so empty gives us none. Aces gives us 2. We have 2 guesses remaining. So shock has no matches and empty has no matches, and bases has 2. So that's 1 combo. No. One. That's 2, but does it match? Alright, so yeah. So you just kind of look and you can guess it. So we need that for the quest later. So power armor in this one needs to be powered. So that's what we're going to be using to power our power armor later. Skulls are also really important to carry around. Bone is a useful crafting implement. Also, if you are not playing on survival mode, you will have on your minimap where the enemies are. So you will not have the too spooky moments where you come around the corner and there's guys that are there, which is really terrifying. Alright, so the things I need the most are things that have springs in them. Springs, adhesive, are pretty much some of the most useful crafting materials. And I know which stuff has in those because I've played this a lot. But yeah, so like desk fans are incredibly useful. Lots of things are very, very wonderfully useful. So just...
Maybe if you had a job like mine, you could afford an apartment of your own.
That's a laugh. Don't tell me you're actually proud of this shoddy excuse for a home.
It's got character, Jill. And bathroom mirrors.
Yeah, so there is environmental destructibles. I don't know why I went quiet there. You know, that's what happens when you go sneaky. You go quiet. So yeah, so if I shoot this, it'll explode. If you shoot the one that's next to the people, then you have a good time about where they all die. Alright. So, we're going to try and toss some things that aren't useless, are kind of useless to us. So yeah, so carrying stuff, you want to like balance weight versus how much value they are. Really, to be honest, all this stuff that I'm carrying at the start of the game is not cost efficient at all to carry around. But, oh, I'm way overweight. Yeah, so I want some armor. Because I like armor. Oh, no, I need that old suit. What's my character? Okay, so I'm a little over. I want to hang on to those. Actually, I like these better than the Raider ones. Because I don't want to look like a guy who is a Raider. That's just bad PR. So yeah, so some of the mods that I find the most useful to begin with are hacking. I want rifleman because it makes my rifles better, but I don't want to grab that like immediately. So yeah, so basically I want to upgrade all my crafting first, and then that makes everything just a little bit easier if I can make better armor and weapons faster. So I know there's some more people that are going to be here on the second floor. That's not very nice. Alright, so we're going to be very naughty. So yeah, the difference between Fallout, the way this works in Fallout 3 in New Vegas and Fallout 4 is, so VATS in New Vegas and Fallout 3 stop time completely, and in this one they just slow time down. Is there somebody else who was shooting at me? They do, darling, they swing and they fish, but that's what I do all year round. Am I not wearing a hat? Nope. Alright, so we're gonna see, so this looks a little bit less dangerous. Yeah, so the Raider stuff has got all the like stuff welded to it, whereas the regular stuff doesn't. It just looks friendlier. Yes, I know in here. So I guess I'll say where I Oh, you think you're so clever for that, don't you? So that's a little weird. So I'm having a little bit of a bug. Fallout is full of bugs. You're gonna notice this. So Fallout is full of bugs. This should be art on the wall here, but it's just black. So we can't really do anything about that. Hey, Preston. Glad to help.
Well, if that's true, we could use some more goodwill. As you can see,
are you? I hadn't noticed.
Please,
go on. Tell me more.
There were 20 of us. Yesterday there were 8. Now we're 5.
Preston, how does it feel knowing that everyone you know is dying very, very quickly?
Sorry. Sounds really rough.
Thanks.
You're a broken shell of a man, Preston. Broken shell of a man. Really, that's all it takes for you to think that I really, really care?
Those raiders proved us wrong. But
you have one idea.
One good idea.
As we know, one good idea.
Tell her.
Old school, pre-war. You might have seen it. Well,
I did.
it's like one of its past.
Sturgis, where do you spend time to keep that pompadour going?
We're talking a full suit of cherry tea.
Oh, also, we're apparently having a glitch with the text here, where...
I like it.
Yeah. Get the suit. You can rip the minigun right off the vertibird. Do that.
Alright, take care, Orange Apprentice. You have a great night.
You dig?
And thank you. So we're going to try to be streaming whenever we can. But as you said, you followed, so you'll get an email when I go up.
I know, it can be.
Have a... I actually have no idea what time zone you're in, so have a great morning, afternoon, or night, whichever applies.
High-grade, long-term nuclear battery used by the military.
But we can't get to the damn thing. It's down in the basement, locked behind a security gate. Look, I fix stuff. I tinker. Bypassing security ain't exactly my forte. You could give it a shot.
I could give it a shot. I already did that.
We're set.
Well, all right. Maybe our luck's finally turning around. Once you jack the coins...
Here, I'm gonna cut over.
Grab that minigun, those raiders will know they picked the wrong fight.
Alright, so, just in case you still see this, so you'll want these, they boost your stats. There's a thing where you can boost your stats to 11, but I didn't want to bother doing that in a permadeath run. So this video will be going up after I've finished in about half an hour. So if you see that I have died, that will be where.
Why take a chance when you can just purchase a bottle of Oxidine chemical mouthwash? The #1 oral antiseptic in the world. One swish and your mouth will feel cool and refreshed, the way nature intended. So look, that person's fancy. Notice. So have your friends. All thanks to the Oxidine mouthwash you're going to buy 20 minutes from now.
Up here. Boss, we got somebody up here.
Hey, asshole.
Wait there. Oh, move here.
Why don't you get down here? Show me that fancy gun. I'll give you that.
At least he's not an idiot. Dog, stop interrupting me. Oh, I'm a little hungry right now. That's great. Alright, so we've decided that discretion is the better part of valor. And he can't get in here. Yeah, so he can't get in here. So I am very... He has hurt my dog. For that, you've got to die. But yeah, so especially in survival mode, we are playing the Cowards game. Especially because we are now out of bullets for our very fancy gun. Doo-doo. Hey there, doggo. We'll make you feel better. Alright, so what do we need to ditch to get underweight? I want to keep this minigun, even though it is the only thing I need to drop. But, yeah, so we're gonna... Alright, so maybe we'll just walk slowly.
Basketball began. And what rules did you have for your new game, Dr. Naismith? Well, I didn't have enough. And that's where I made my big mistake. Boys began dribbling between their legs and doing things I never intended to happen. One boy grabbed the ball and dunked it in the basket before doing a feelings mutual dance.
Listen.
You're welcome.
Well, since you say that, maybe you'll come to see.
That's where I live, Preston. You can't live there. Alright, Preston. Mama Murphy, you need to not take a bunch of drugs.
Alright, Preston. Not everyone understands the sight. But I don't need a woman out of it.
Alright. So you need to tell me what you know. Otherwise, I'm going to shoot you dead, Mama Murphy. Alright. We're going to try to go to the great jewel of the Commonwealth. Here, dog, come here. Dog, I need you to carry some things. We got a pack mule here, disguised as a doggo. It's okay though, it's a good doggo. So we don't mind. What a good little doggo we have. He's gonna carry all our things. My name Butcher Pete. Pete just went to the town and he's packing on all the woman's meat. He's tacking, he's slacking. Tacking, he's slacking. Whacking and talking meat. Sorry, I just noticed that I accidentally hit my webcam and we was no longer straight on me. There we go. Focused back on me. Then on Twitch, then on game.
And now you want us to just head out on another wild goose chase based on no better plan than Mama Murphy saw it?
Oh, hold on.
Do-do.
You better just take it easy. We're all in this together, right?
Do-do. No, we're not Sturgis. Sturgis, nobody...
Next. Anybody? Well then, Sanctuary it is. Let's just hope it lives up to its name.
Come on, June. It's time
So, for those of you who have played Pathfinder or D&D before, I am being sassed by someone on Facebook who is telling me that a character with five Constitution is survivable, and that's just not true. Three Constitution is survivable here in Fallout, but with a Constitution of 5 in Pathfinder, if a swift breeze looks at you the wrong way, you have fallen over dead. Ba-ba. I can't stand how slow you walk, Preston Gavy, Preston Gravy. You are kind of a useless human being. We are going to help you out for this quest, and then, I mean, we like the Minutemen. We actually do. They're decent individuals. Like, they're just trying to do his best. What did you find, doggo? Found something for me? You found by? Oh, is that a... I think that was a rifle I just found. Do I have... No, I can't level up yet.
The same amount of calories as your average grapefruit without all the bitter additives of actually eating one. In fact, the cold, refreshing taste of Nuka-Cola really quenches my thirst and keeps me from eating something else that really adds those pounds. It also peps me up and gives me so much energy. I want to.
All right, guys. I need you to move faster. Preston, we are in a hurry here. I do only have the one core, and then after that, this power armor is very, very useless. But yeah, so we've got about 20 minutes left on the stream. We're going to continue to use it to escort Preston. And it will probably take all of that 20 minutes to get him to where we want to go. Do-do. Preston! Yes. So let's speed it up. So we've got some leather now. We've actually got quite a bit of good resources that we're going to use to rescue our way. So we'll look over here and we'll just break things down for a bit, waiting for... We're gonna just scrap some things, waiting for everybody else to come by. Like, look at that. They're... Preston, you are so slow. Like, the slowest. And its spurs go jingle, jangle, jingle. And we're do 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 do. Ba da 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 da. So now that we have all that stuff, we're gonna move over here and we're gonna take it with us. And we're gonna move slow. Well, that's okay, because Preston is moving slow. Oh, he's actually got ahead of me. How dare you, Preston? Yes, this is the location of the first Minutemen. Again, for those of you who haven't been paying attention, we are just stealing straight from American history in this and all of the Fallout games. It is I, 11spoons, your voice in the darkness. Like, look how slow I'm walking, and I'm catching up. Like I said, oh no, it was only 4 minutes to get Preston to walk over here. So that's, I mean, that's an advantage. I see in the stream that we've still got it back to just me watching. But yeah, so we're gonna... Sorry, we forgot to scrap this car. So we're gonna do a bunch of quests here just to start her off in Sanctuary and get it a little bit more cleaned up and a little bit more defensible. Alright, so we're over here. We're going to park our power armor. We're also going to take the fusion core out of it. Because if you don't take the fusion core out of it, then Preston steals it. Because he's a bit of a D-bag. Yeah, nobody likes Preston. Not even Preston likes Preston. Got out of that there. We're gonna scrap some more things. And then we're gonna go in here and transfer all that junk. All that junk right up inside. No, we're not gonna. That way silliness goes. So yeah, so we're gonna keep. So our main weapon's gonna be this rifle, and we're gonna keep the pistol for close-in work.
I'm speaking, of course, of the one, the only, Michelle Kukowski. How are you doing today, Michelle?
So we like drugs.
Pleased to be here.
Now, Michelle, up until now, most of your work has been in silent film. Is that right?
I prefer to call it gesture-based storytelling. It's a very powerful.
So yeah, so we're putting all the things away. Survival mode. So again, so everything weighs and everything is terrible. So we're gonna.
That's right. In the silent movie business, we prefer to and that's no shocking miles angry.
But biting him.
So we're gonna.
Well, I was also a vampire.
In the movie?
No, in real life. I was going through a phase.
I'm glad you decided to come with us.
Yes, I'm glad
I think we could settle down.
we could settle down here.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
I lived here.
Damn. You say you were frozen.
Just my son.
Damn. I'm sorry.
You will help, Preston.
I am glad
You will help by guarding my stash of caps and everything else while I'm here.
And I hope you don't mind. I've had word from a subtle. The only chance to start trouble is.
Oh, good.
It's not that people are wrong. That's what the Minutemen. By the way.
Yes, Preston, I will help out. But not because you asked. I will help out because they deserve it. Alright, so what do we want to... We can't upgrade that again. We can't upgrade that again. You know what we need? You know, let's get some more hit points. I know it's not fun. It's kind of boring, actually, but we need them. We need those sweet, sweet hit points. No, so we're gonna mess with these first. Oh, you didn't want me to mess with those first. Okay, so we're having a little bit of weirdness. Alright, so we're gonna mess with these first. Alright, so we need rank 2 gun nut. Really make it awesome. Want 50 damage? No, we want it to fire a little bit. We're gonna do some more damage. Yeah, so this is gonna be our scope gun. What do you mean I can't? Why do we not have stocks? Did I not take gun nut? I am sorry, viewers. I just talked about how I wanted gun nut, and then I forgot to actually take it. So that's going to be our next one, because I'm an idiot. Yeah, so... we did grab armor, though, so we're not going to die in a hurry. So we're going to scrap one of those, because we want the leather back. Yeah, so if we scrap the Raider stuff, that gives us steel back. Yeah, if you push it up, then we get more. You don't actually get any damage reduction from this, so it's not great. But yeah, so we have. Did I not? Oh, we need more leather. All right, so we need lots of leather. So we're gonna go out and buy some eventually. But
so it's not surprising that in recognizing a communist, physical appearance can sometimes be misleading.
alright, so let's repair everything. All it takes is some steel.
Identify them. It's not an easy question to answer. That's why if you encounter someone you suspect is a communist, it's best not to interrogate them. It
Alright, so we've got some repaired armor now. We're going to take the fusion core, because otherwise Preston will steal it! And where did my dog go? Where? There he is. So my dog, as I just remembered, has a bunch of my things.
Their identities a secret will betray their allegiances one way or the other. This is because the average communist can't help but condemn our American way of life. They will criticize our
Alright, we do... that's our sniper rifle that we just made.
They may struggle to remember the names of the founding fathers.
Alright, so we're gonna put some stuff away. So that we...
This sounds like someone you know. It's imperative you notify the Department of Justice immediately. A failure to apprehend even one communist comes at the expense of American lives.
So yeah, so luckily enough, we're going to have some people coming through town soon, which will help out with the needing to carry things. Yeah, so as soon as we have some sales coming through town, we're going to keep all those drugs. We're going to put away... No. We want to store all the junk. Put that away. Alright, so we're still at 50... Oh, that's because we have the extra chest piece. Wanderer. So, yeah, so we only get one piece of leather for this stuff. So it's not the most efficient, but... it's better than none. Like, yeah, so like the difference here is we get 3 times as much damage reduction out of this leather. And we can't build deep pocketed yet, so we're just going to pocket it now. Also, I should be taking all that stuff apart and actually like stripping it down into like scrapping everything, but I'm not going to because that takes forever, and nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to watch that. We're gonna make some drugs though, so yeah, we're gonna make some drugs. So we want... So yeah, so Psycho Jet allows us to just go at it. Brings us to Happiness Town. So yeah, so we're not going to make fireworks. We don't need fireworks. I'm the kind of guy who likes to roll around in one place, go from town to town. Yeah, so if you have Chemist 1, you can make these poison caltrops, which weigh almost nothing and are super pricey to sell.